I'll let you know before you try to go. Now this is my own show. Not a script or flip could make me stop, so just behave. I mean there's no escape. Let's hope you make that drop, because you really don't want to take me off. And oh, what fun. I will tell you what to do and you will get it done. And oh, don't run. You'll find your nightmare here has only just begun. Welcome to my horror show. Now it's starting pretty. Oh, I bet you thought you'd seen the last of me. Are you reading the walls? Did you get my clues? There's a debt to repay for now. You'll do.
Good evening, everyone. It is me, Tim Davis, your host from the Horror for Dummies, and I am here with a very special guest, a guest that hasn't been seen since the start of June, and he is my friend, and he is everyone's favorite little mushroom. His name is Professor Mushroom. Please welcome the return of Mushroom. Hey, dude.
Oh, boogity boogity boo. What's going on?
Oh, man.
Also, guest, co-host, cunt.
Yeah,
guest.
sorry.
My dick.
It's been
I've been demoted.
It's been a while.
Apparently I've got to start from the bottom like fucking Drake.
It's been a while. I'm losing my fucking mind.
Apparently, yeah. Alright. Continue, main host.
Welcome to Horror for Dummies, episode 208. We are the show that comes to you weekly that teaches a thing or two to the dumbest little mushroom about the genre we love. And oh my god.
Yeah, I'm the titular dummy cunt.
Yes, you are. You're our mushroom.
So don't fucking forget it.
Welcome back,
with a
man.
vengeance.
Welcome back.
Like Die Hard.
Coming back and
going on?
Coming back angry, and you're an aggressive little mushroom today.
I'm returning as I left. Angry.
So go on. How was your trip to Canada? Everyone wants to know.
It was fine.
Yeah. Cool. How's Canada? Is it like freezing? Oh no, it's summer over there, isn't it?
It's summer, so it was about the same temperature.
Is it? No, actually, like legit. I don't know. Is it
Legit.
really? So they're
Legit. There's like a couple of degrees difference. It was maybe like I didn't wear shorts there. Like
fuck
just
off.
wasn't. Yeah, I wore my jumper most of the time. Sorry, pullover, sweater, whatever fucking cunts call it.
So I know this because you sent me like videos and stuff, but you also
Sure.
went to Seattle,
I did.
the home of the greatest coffee ever, and and yeah, you went to that.
Awful. North America, your coffee game, piss weak. Fuck off. All you cunts think you've had coffee? Come to Sydney. Come to fucking Melbourne, man. I mean, Melbourne's where the coffee is fucking coffee, but anywhere in Australia, you get better fucking bean juice than you fucking cunts. Fucking your morning brown is garbo.
Garbo. They probably don't. What is a garble?
Trash. It's trash.
It's shots fired right there. But you went.
Eat shit.
But tell us about that cool fucking museum you went to.
Oh, yeah, I went to the Museum of Pop Culture. And then, yeah, I just took photos of Tim's fucking favorite little bit, the horror section.
How big was the horror section?
It's not huge, but, you know, a decent enough range. I showed you a bunch more last time, I think.
Okay, because I woke up one morning.
But now that I knew you liked that particular thing, I was like, oh man, fucking I gotta show you Tim this.
Well, explain what that particular thing was or is.
I think it was like Pumpkinhead's head, right?
No, it was Sam from Trick or Treat.
Sam, that's it. Sorry,
Yeah,
my bad.
So I've woken up to this fucking photo or video, whatever it was. I'm literally half asleep. And I just see, like, it's fucking Sam's head from Trick or Treat. I'm like, oh, that's a cool mask. Luffy, how much? And and you were like, no, it's real. And I'm like, yeah, no, how much is it? I'll give you money. Buy it for me.
Yeah, they didn't want to sell it to me.
It took me so long to figure out that it was the actual thing. From
I thought it did.
I was still half asleep, but that looked.
Yeah, all good.
That place looked epic.
It was cool. You'd like it, man. It was cool, man. And there's lots of music stuff and shit there too. So.
Oh, really? Like what bands?
Lots of like Hendrix stuff, Nirvana stuff, like all Seattle-y stuff.
Oh, okay.
Mainly.
Well,
you know.
I'm trying to think of a Seattle-based band that's not Nirvana, and I can't think of anything.
Foo Fighters?
Yeah, okay.
Lots of
that's
grunge bands and stuff.
like Nirvana light.
But they had lots of cool shit, man. They had lots of cool shit. Though.
That's mad. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, you'd like it.
I'd love to go over to North America.
Save up.
I can't. I'm trying to save for a house. So I'll be saving for the next 20,000 years.
Yeah, bro. Just have your avocado toast and blah, 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 and whatever else that fucking people that ruined our economy think we do.
So, man, it is so good to have you back. Like, it's been... since you've been overseas having a wondrous time, I've been suffering dearly here.
Gallivanting a boot. Yeah, you look horrid.
Once again, I feel like I said this like 2 weeks ago, but once again...
Perpetually sick.
Yes, once again, I'm fucking sick. Oh my, this is literally, it's starting to really get me down. My fucking kids, like, they're at preschool now, and they just come home. It feels like every second weekend, they come home sick. And it just goes through the family. And there's 5 of us, so it takes us fucking 6 weeks to get over it. So if you hear me like sniffling and coughing, I apologize, but I ain't no Justin Bieber. I ain't gonna cancel the show because I've got the flu. So
yeah.
On top of that, my house got.
I had his Timbits. Those were pretty good.
On top of that, my house got.
Shout
flooded.
out to Tim Hortons. Your coffee's terrible, but your donuts are pretty good.
You lost me. I don't know who Tim Horton is.
That's okay. Continue. Okay. Your house is shit and full of water.
It was. Yep. The Horror for Dummies studio got flooded again, and the real estate don't want to do anything about it again. But you know what? At least our government give me money, so that's a plus, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So, but that's
the flood relief.
Yeah. Still doesn't help the fact that I've got to fucking stop what I'm doing and soak up flood water. But
yeah,
that's another time. But no, welcome to Horror for Dummies.
Hi.
We are going to be doing for the next few weeks now. We're going to be tackling some Patreon pick episodes.
Yeah.
So on top of that, speaking about Patreon, right?
What we do for the people.
We do. Speaking about Patreon, are you ready to welcome a brand new Patreon?
Oh, fuck. So ready?
You don't look ready, but here we are.
I'm ready.
Please welcome to the werewolf tier. We've got...
Ready.
Oh, man. This is an audio podcast, so people have no idea why I'm laughing. Luffy's just unzipped his fucking jumper, and he's just there with his fucking chest hair bulging out.
Yeah. Werewolf tier, cunt.
Holy shit. Sexy guy over here. No, but please welcome our newest Patreon, Mr. Randy Blandford, coming in the werewolf tier. Thank you, Mr. New Werewolf. We really appreciate that. And Randy's a good friend of mine. We've talked a while. And he has decided what movie we're going to be doing. And it's a movie that I have never seen before. And it's one of Wes Craven's more known films. But we'll be doing that.
More known?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I've never seen it before. So I'm just going to leave you with that clue. But we'll be doing that in a few weeks. But on this episode, we're going to be tackling Mr. Xim Vader's Patreon picks. And we're going to be tackling a movie... Another movie that I've never seen before. I don't know about you, Luffy. I don't know if you've seen this movie, but...
I saw it in school.
Really? Okay, hold that thought. We'll get to that in a second. What we're doing is we are doing Duel from 1971. Mr. Steven Spielberg's first feature-length film. Yep.
It's crazy.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it in a second. We'll get to it. But on our Raw review, we're going to be doing a movie called On the Third Day, which is it's new on Shudder right now. So
Sure is.
It sure is. Hey, Luffy.
And I hope there was nothing better on Shudder we could have watched.
Oh, wow. Shots fired again.
Sorry.
Coming in with it. Actually, you got a bit of catching up to do. I've got a few movies for you to watch that I'm really interested to see what you think about them.
Hey, let's do a new segment called Luffy's Catch-Up Movies for 2022.
Well, the two movies on the top of my head that I want you to watch because I'm curious to see what you think. One of them is called Men. I want you to watch...
Ooh, okay. That's not out here yet.
Oh, it is.
It is?
You can find it.
It's acquisitable?
Yes.
Acquirable?
That's the word, yeah.
Got it.
So I want you to watch Men.
Okay. I love Men. You okay? You happy with that sound? Feels good in your mouth?
Oh, it does.
Yep.
And the other one I want you to watch, because I'm really curious to see what you think, is Crimes of the Future, which is David
Crimes of the Future?
David Cronenberg's new movie.
Okay.
He makes a return to body horror since 1999, I think it was.
Cronenberg. Bloody horror. Okay.
So, yeah. I've seen both films.
Oh, and Léa Seydoux.
Yeah.
Yes, please. And Kristen Stewart. Okay.
Yeah. So I've seen...
And Vigo.
I've seen both films. You can check my thoughts out on the Super Happy Fun Magical Explosion show over on Patreon. But I want Luffy to check them out, so we'll get to them soon.
Yeah, I'll do some homeworks.
Yeah, good. Hey, Luffy.
Yeah.
How do you get a Canadian to apologise?
Literally do anything?
You step on their foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that legit? Like, do they just apologise?
Yeah, they're pretty apologetic.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I'd fit well in there over there. I apologize. I do that a lot. Like, someone would bump into me and I say sorry. I'm like, why do I'm such a bitch. Why did I do that?
You'd have a sorry off with a Canadian. Yeah. So he's more sorry.
Did you ever say to a Canadian?
I don't think so.
Or did they? Like, did you hear people, like, were people...
Say
Did they, like, how many times did they say a boot?
A boot? I don't know. It depends what we're talking about.
Heather,
a boot.
Heather's probably fucking shaking her head right now going, fucking cliche shit cunts.
Also, can I just say North America as well? Another shot. There's things called automatic doors. They're pretty great. Maybe give them a shot, hey?
Why? Too much pushing for you?
Yeah, I can't be fucked, man. I'm lazy. We're lazy here, man. Look, you walk up to most doors here, they're open.
So, like, this is your problem. You had to push and pull.
Push and or pull, yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm sure America's got bigger problems that they could deal with rather than doors.
But we got automatic doors out the dickhole here, man. When I'm going into a mall, I expect doors to open.
Maybe that's why there's so many gun shootings over there, because they're just sick of doors.
Probably.
We're getting the show
and
cancelled.
Classes. Am I right?
Fucking hell.
Am I right, kids?
Jesus Christ. All right. Before we jump into anything...
Hey, if you stop shooting them, I'll stop making fun of them. So.
All right. We're just... Let's jump...
Feckle.
Let's jump away from political talk.
Abortions.
Oh, you beat... you actually beat me to it.
Not that we're allowed to. Oh, no, we're allowed to. But anyway.
We are, yeah.
Never mind. Continue.
I mean, I don't know. Do Americans have coat hangers over there?
Yo got stairs.
Oh, man. I wonder... I'm actually curious to see how many people just turned us off.
Probably enough.
Yeah.
We're sorry.
No, you're not.
Not really.
No.
Let's continue.
Let's talk about Stranger Things quickly because
Sure.
we're both. I got 2 episodes left. You're like 4
I'm,
episodes in.
3 or 4 in, yeah.
What are you thinking so far?
It's a good time.
Keep it spoiler, but just our quick thoughts.
I feel like it's a lot more. We're focusing on different characters this time around.
Yeah.
Like it's not very Mike and Elle based as it used to be.
Which is good.
Like they don't seem to be at the forefront thus far. Which is good. It's something different. We're getting to explore a lot more of the side characters that I personally like a lot.
Yeah.
So it's been good, and like the new big bad, fucking scary, man.
Vecna.
Also, there's some fucked up shit, right?
Can I just say this quickly?
The gore's good
This is like the darkest season so far.
for sure. Yeah.
Can we please get the Duffer Brothers to do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie? Because to all those people out there that was like, oh, you can't do a Nightmare on Elm Street movie without Robert Englund. I disagree. For one, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake isn't as bad as you say it is. It's just not. It's actually pretty good. Okay? Get over the fact that Robert Englund isn't Freddy Krueger. Jackie Earle Haley did half a decent job. There, I said it.
Robert Englund.
Yeah, I mean, I love Robert Englund. I've met him. He's a fucking fantastic guy. But there are people...
Good in Stranger Things.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
yeah. Like this Vecna, whoever played him... Vic.
No, sick.
Oh, yeah. But like, you could put the makeup on this dude, and it could be a cross for Freddy. But the whole story,
sure.
like, these guys can do that. On another note, can I just say...
Yeah, what is the upside down if not almost a dreamscape?
Oh, man. Exactly. Can I just say that I am... And I've still got 2 episodes to go, but I am so fucking sick of that Kate Bush song. Is it Running Up That Hill?
Yeah, it's running up that hill.
I'm so fucking over that song.
I'm not. I've been a fucking Kate Bush stan since I was in fucking high school. I love Kate Bush.
Has she only got like the one song?
No, man, she's got heaps of cool shit.
But like what?
She's got Babushka. She's got Hounds of Love.
Oh yeah.
Fucking what's that military one? Fuck.
You're
struggling.
You've lost me. I don't know.
Yeah, there's lots of good shit, and her music video is the best. All the fucking dances and shit. Fantastic.
Okay, I might have to check it out. I feel like they played that song or snippets of that song way too much. And I'm just like, every time...
Yeah, look, that's fair. But, like, I think it's, like, all the metaphors and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's, like, hammering home a theme.
Why? Because she has to run up a hill?
Yeah.
This is why I don't like that song, because I fucking hate running up hills.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, look at you. But, like...
It's good to have you back. It really is.
Yeah, no worries, man. Yeah. I'm Tim. I almost got my self-confidence back.
Can you go back to Canada?
Yeah, probably. I'll still call him.
Yeah.
Flip hot shit on you and leave.
Yeah, thanks. But overall, Stranger Things, are you like hooked? Like, are you dying to go back?
Yeah, I'm in. I gotta finish it for sure.
Yeah.
I've also been watching like non-horror, but like The Boys as well. It's been really good this season as well. So,
is that episode Herogasm as crazy as they say it is?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I've got 3 episodes to go.
Okay.
So,
I've been hearing good things. The new Resident Evil series just dropped today on Netflix.
Oh yeah, that too. Fuck. There's so much stuff to watch.
There is, I know. And it's
so much stuff. It's so little time.
Like, I still haven't finished the Chucky TV series. I've got 1 episode left, and I've been meaning to watch it. It's been months now, and I still haven't finished it. It's just TV series. I just it takes me a while because my wife wants to watch it with me. That's the problem. Yeah, and then there are times I'm like, all right, we've both got time. Let's delve into the TV. Oh, I don't feel like it. Well, fuck. I want
to watch math.
Well, can I fucking watch it by myself? No. It's like The
gonna be-
Walking Dead. I just want to finish it. I just want to be done with it. But I can't because she needs to watch it too.
Yeah. I've been watching lots of MasterChef. Does that count?
I've been watching a lot of Barbecue Pitmasters, so that does count.
Nice.
Oh, man. All right, well, let's get into the actual bulk of the show.
Sure.
This is for Xim Vader. Thank you for your Patreonage. And,
Thanks, Zim.
yeah, I hope you enjoy this episode as this is your pick, man. This is for you, baby doll. You cute 50-year-old man.
Do we have a question of the week? Or no?
Yeah, we do. I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Do you have a question that you would like to ask? Or
How's everyone doing?
well, let's get into the segment first. So here we are with question of the week.
Question of the week.
Question of the week for the last time that we did a question for the week, which is, I can't remember. It's been a while.
Previously.
I can't remember if I if I read this one out. And I apologize if I did already, but I'm going to do it again. So, The last time it was question of the week was, what's the best horror movie franchise? Fuck, I think
I don't remember.
Were you on... I think I did already. Oh, fuck it. You know what? I'm just going to do it again. So, Nick Sultana says, Evil Dead. Trucker Trent said, tough call. Most only have one or two really good movies and repeat what they did best. But I'll say Psycho continues the story well. 1 to 3. Aaron Barida said, pound for pound, Child's Play. Ooh. Xim Vader says Friday the 13th, but Jaws deserves a special credit for the best franchise score and also for having a different killer in each movie. Okay, I'm pretty sure I did read these out already.
All right. Well, that was question of the listener of the last episode.
Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure I read these out already. Fuck it. Let's just start from... It's been goddamn 3 weeks since Luffy's been gone. Give me a break.
Look, he does struggle without me. Look, we all know.
You know what?
I pre-write everything he says. I put the show together. I pick the movies.
There we go.
You know.
Yep.
I edit.
You are the spine of the show.
Yeah, I upload. I drink out of my T-Rex mug, which isn't funny. And, you know, it's a mess. He struggled. He really does struggle. But I'm back now. We'll get it together. We just need a week to kind of get the ring rust off.
Well, all right. Well, give us a question for next time while I quickly search and make sure that I'm not missing anything.
Sure. I want to know, based on us doing the movie Duel and it being sort of like a werewolf truck movie, like, what is the best horror vehicle? Like, what are some like cool fucking vehicles that are in horror movies, like the Duel truck, or like the armored up ass like bus from Dawn of the Dead, or like Ash's car, or
there's only
Jaws boat or some shit.
There's only one correct answer in this, and that is
what is it?
The Orca.
The Orca?
The boat from Jaws.
Yeah.
The Orca.
Yeah. I said Jaws boat.
Yeah. That's for me anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
That's cool. Christine be cool.
Good question. Best
Yeah.
horror-related vehicle.
Yeah.
All right. I'm writing it down. That way I don't forget.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. It's good.
I'm sorry, everyone. If I did ask another question, I didn't post it. So there we go.
If you answered a question that we haven't read out on the show, just message Tim and tell him.
Yep. I'm sorry. All right, Luffy, are you ready to actually get into the movie of the week, the feature presentation? Are you ready to talk about it?
Hell yeah.
Let's do it. It is time for feature presentation.
Brum brum, bitches.
And now for our feature presentation.
I'd like to report a truck driver that's been endangering my life.
That's right, you motherfucker. We're talking about Duel from 1971. We're going all the way back to 1971 to talk about a movie because Xim Vader wants us to. And, yeah. So this one is called Duel. And basically, it's about a business commuter who is pursued and terrorized by a malevolent driver of a massive tractor trailer. That's right. It's a truck trying to kill people. So this one stars...
Yeah.
This one stars Dennis Weaver as David Mann. And,
Yep.
he died. Sorry, my fucking internet's just gone to shit. He died in 2006. Yeah.
Yep.
He was in movies such as Touch of Evil and Gunsmoke and Wildfire. Yep. Oh, and he was also in The Simpsons. He played Buck McCoy. Remember that character? No? Okay, cool.
No, nope.
So this also stars... Let me find out. It doesn't really star much like anyone else. There's just a lot of like random appearances by people, but we'll just go through the list. Jacqueline Scott as Mrs. Mann, who's in the scene for like a second. Eddie Firestone as cafe owner, aka also the dude with the coolest last name ever. What's your name? I'm Mr. Firestone. That's a badass last name.
Yeah, Firestone's a cool name. Yeah.
We have Lou Frizzell as bus driver. That's all his name is. We have Gene Darnowski.
Fun fact, Miss Frizzle's husband from Magic School Bus. Yeah.
Is that her name?
You didn't know that?
Is that her name, Miss Frizzle?
Miss Frizzle.
Really?
Not spelled like that, but close enough.
Wow. I wonder if that's is it not? I don't know. I don't remember Magic School Bus. You fact check that. No.
It's Frizzle, but like Frizzle. It's actually
okay.
Professor Valerie Frizzle.
Professor.
Also,
Okay.
that makes sense. I learned a lot of things from Magic School Bus. That's why I'm so much smarter. Beep, beep.
We have Tim Herbert as gas station attendants, Charles Steele as old man. There's a lot of people, and no one has a name except for like, the main guy. But there's also does star kind of Kerry Lofton as the truck driver, and we don't see him, but he's in it. Sadly, he died in 1997 at the age of 83.
Oh.
I think basically everyone that was in this movie is dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time I click on someone. Yeah, I think Spielberg's the last remaining dude. So yes, this is directed by Steven Spielberg, of course. If you don't know that name, I'm not going to go ahead and tell you, because you should know that name. Like, he's probably the most well-known. Think of it, who's another director that's as well-known as Spielberg?
George Lucas?
No. Spielberg's better. George Lucas has done Star Wars. What else can you put his name to it?
Put
Willow.
Spielberg's name to Star Wars. Willow, yeah.
But he didn't direct. He didn't direct Willow.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe what's his face? Oh my
Like,
god!
even
like, oh, not Oliver Stone. Who did Godfather?
Oh, I would have a clue. I've never seen Godfather, so yeah.
My brain is cooked. Coppola, Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think no. People still know Spielberg more. I don't know, like John Carpenter is like known, but like mainly in the horror groups. Like you ask a random person on the street, like who's a director, they're gonna say Spielberg.
Scorsese, that's what I was fucking thinking of.
Oh yeah,
Scorsese.
okay, yeah.
I think, and like even like there's other ones like Tarantino and Nolan and stuff, but they're more modern.
Yeah, true.
Ish.
Yeah,
I say modern. It's like fucking 30 years ago. Those cunts, but
yeah.
Kubrick.
That's another one I was thinking of, but yeah, I don't know. I reckon Spielberg is like top of the list, the guy that everyone knows.
He's like he's probably fucking top 5 easy.
Oh
like, no
shit,
doubt.
shit, yeah. For me, he is like all time, like all around directors, not just horror directors, all around. Spielberg's my number one.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this movie. So, Duel was produced by Universal Television. Duel originally aired as part of the ABC Movie of the Week series of November 20, 1971. That's right, this is a TV movie. It later received an international theatrical release in an extended version featuring scenes shot after the film's original broadcast. The film received generally positive reviews from critics, with Spielberg's direction being singled out for praise. It has since been recognized as an influential cult classic and one of the greatest made-for-television films ever made. The script is adapted by Richard Matheson from his own short story, originally published in Playboy magazine. I should read some more Playboy magazine if they're going to produce stories like this.
I'm just going to keep using the internet.
Matheson,
but you do you, buddy.
I'll definitely just read the stories in that magazine.
Yeah, of course.
Matheson got the inspiration for the story when he was tailgated by a trucker while on his way home from a golfing match with his friend Jerry on November 22, 1963, the same day as the John F. Kennedy assassination.
He's like, what's the deal with this truck driver?
As a series of unsuccessful attempts to pitch the idea as an episode for various television series, he decided to write it as a short story instead. In preparation for writing the story, he drove from his home to Ventura and recorded everything he saw on a tape recorder. The original short story was given to Spielberg by his secretary, who told him that it was being made into a movie of the week for ABC and suggested he apply to be director. Duel was Spielberg's second feature-length directing effort after his 1971 The Name of the Game NBC television series episode LA 2017.
Dang.
So there we go. The budget of this movie was a even $450,000.
A lot of money for back then.
But for the shit that they did,
Look, for a movie, like they put every fucking cent of it on the screen.
yeah, they used their budget well in this movie. Okay,
I was expecting you to say like $20,000.
no, yeah. So okay, let's talk about Duel. Was this your first time watching this movie?
No, I think I watched it in school when we were like.
Oh, sorry, you didn't say
like,
that.
Yeah, we were doing like camera techniques or something. We're like
What
discussing like film breakdowns and stuff.
what class was that?
English?
The fuck? Why were you discussing filming techniques in an English class?
I think just so we can analyze films better.
I'm so
we
fucking jealous of you.
And we had like a good teacher, and like this is like a masterclass of like shots. Like he uses so many shots to do so many things. Like every shot is so purposeful.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, and everything looks so good. Like for fucking his second movie, everything looks so good. Like the truck looks menacing as shit. He's like framed everything so perfectly so you can't see the driver, and like he's like, I mean, like the thing said, like director wise, he fucking directed the shit out of this movie.
Yeah.
You know?
So overall, just first thoughts Are you a fan of this movie?
Yeah, massively.
Yeah, okay.
It was so good. I couldn't believe how good it was. Because, like, I'd seen it in the video shop
Yeah.
before I had to watch it for school. And it was like, PG. How tense could that be? You know what I mean? For a movie where essentially almost nothing happens. Well, not nothing, but like...
It's,
you know what I mean? There's no
simple
gore, there's no swearing. It's real simple, right?
Yeah, it's a simple story.
And like also like yeah, it's just like, you know, you're like, oh, scary truck, how scary could that be? You know what I mean? But like I mean, watching it now as like someone who drives, I appreciate it so much more, but we can get to that later. But yeah, back then it was like, I was surprised about how much I enjoyed it back then. So I was like an instant fan of it.
Wow. Okay, so my just quick thoughts on if this is a yes or a no for me. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone who listens to this show. I'm sorry to you, Mushroom. And
It's a real letdown, I'll be honest.
I'm most importantly, I want to say sorry to myself. I'm sorry it took me so fucking long to watch this film because holy goddamn shit, this movie is incredible. I fucking love this movie. Going in, I really had no idea what this movie was about. Like, I knew it was about a cat and mouse chase with a truck and a car, but beyond that, I knew nothing else. And going in, like, watching it, I was pretty excited. Two reasons, mainly. One, because it's Steven Spielberg. Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen all of Spielberg's movies, but every one I have seen, I've if not loved, I've liked.
Schindler's List is pretty funny.
Which one?
Schindler's List.
See, I haven't seen that, but I know for a fact that that's not a funny movie. Is there a movie like I should watch though?
I haven't seen it either, to be real.
Oh, okay.
I actually want to watch it. Maybe I should watch it. I should watch it.
We should. The other reason...
Not for this, though. I mean, I guess the Holocaust is pretty horror-y.
Different type of horror, though.
Yeah.
The other reason I was excited about watching this is because this movie... the thought of this movie hits close to home, since I'm a truck driver myself. But...
Jerk, you're the bad guy.
Yeah. Well, I absolutely love this movie, man. I could not. I've been diving deep into new release movies, 2022 movies, and about 15. The last 15 movies I've watched have all been about between a 5 and a 7. And it was so nice to finally get a movie where I was actually glued to the screen. And one where I wasn't tempted to just quickly check Facebook for one reason. It was just...
Like, it's that point where you're, like, watching a shit ton of movies, and you're just like, do I even like movies anymore?
Exactly. So I kind of needed this movie.
I feel ya.
On IMDb, this movie is labeled as an action thriller. To me, this is a horror film. I think this plays on the fears...
Yeah, for sure.
It plays on the fears that we've all had. I mean, as long as you drive a car. Everyone has experienced looking in the rearview mirror and thinking, that guy's been following me for a while. Why?
Dude,
and it starts you start getting a bit anxious about it.
It's like a series of, like, your worst nightmares as a driver.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know when you're like... You know how many people I say, like, I don't get too worried about it because I know that my car is big enough to fit in the fucking middle lane. But, like, how many people don't go between two trucks or a truck and a bus or something?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, people, like, are terrified of big trucks.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it was, like, actually coming after you?
No.
Like, fucking hell, that's terrifying. Like, especially, like, fucking with you and shit. There's so much power and force behind it.
Yeah.
And, like, especially, like, if I was just hanging out with my snake cages and stuff by the side of the road, I'd be terrified.
It's funny because, like, as a truck driver myself, like, and I don't drive, like, a semi-trailer. I drive, like, a tilt truck, which is a big truck. But like it happened the other day to me. I was on the motorway, like for a good stretch of road. I was on the motorway for about 20, 30 minutes. And the whole time, there was this motorbike rider, like, just behind me. To the point where I could barely see. I could, like, just make out he was there. I had, like, gear on the back of my truck, but I could just see he was there.
Yeah.
And it was getting, I'm like, why is this dude right behind me? Like, there's, like, I'm not the fastest vehicle on the road. Yeah. And it got to the point where I'm like, I'm going to slow down so this guy passes me. But he just kept staying behind me. I'm like, what the... I'm trying to look at him like, is he a cop? Is he going to pull me over or something like that? But he just decided to just stay right behind me to the point where I could only just make out he was there.
And like, you must get so many people that like get the shits with you and fucking overtake you and stuff.
Oh, you have no fucking idea.
Even though it's like, I get that you're like, I never get mad at trucks. I just overtake them. I don't have to be a fucking dick about it.
You know what's funny, man? Like in the truck that I drive, we have a radio where like I can talk to other truck drivers on the road. And
you?
Yeah, and you need you need that in case like there's a whole truck radio where other truckies use that radio signal to warn other truck drivers of accidents ahead or police and stuff like that. There has never been a time where I've had an altercation with another truck driver. Truck drivers look, in Australia anyway, they look out for each other. It's actually pretty
cool.
It's pretty cool. Like even if you are behind one that's slow, like they'll wave at you to go forward in front of you.
Nice.
And then they'll flash their lights when you're clear to move in front of them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's nice.
But
it's like, I was going to say, it's like an audible fucking giving the lights a flash if there's a cop ahead.
Yeah. Like I've had other truck drivers pull up next to me going, "Hey man, you're something's happened with your load." And I'm like, "Hey, thanks man, like the strap's gone loose or something like that." Mm-hmm. I've had the altercations that I have are with other normal drivers who don't understand truck driving. So with my job, how I have to go into my warehouse, I have to take up 2 lanes so I can pull in, right? And there have been, it almost happens daily, where some dude will come on the middle, like the left, the outside lane to just try and beat me when I'm pulling over, like into it. And like, I will kill you if you do that. And then they blast.
You can't see.
No. And then they blast me going, "What are you fucking doing?" It's gotten to the point now where I just laugh at them. Because what are you going to do? What the fuck are you going to do? What, are you going to ram my truck? Good luck. But yeah, normal car licensed drivers are the biggest fucking cunts in the world to us.
Yeah, I am.
I think everyone should take like at least a fucking day driving a truck. Just to experience what it's like. I think there'll be lots less deaths on the road.
What's the other thing someone told me about? Like, if you cut right in front of a truck driver, they can't see you.
Yeah. Or they also can't fucking brake in time, like as quickly as a normal car. The other day I was driving. It was in a school zone, and usually with me with school zones. I
doing 80.
Yeah, I drive 80 kilometers an hour. No, we have a rule here in Australia that you must travel at 40 kilometers an hour, which I don't know what that is in miles, but it's slow. But I usually go beyond that. I usually do 20.
I'll tell you in a second.
I usually do about 20 kilometers an hour just because I'm in a truck and it's harder for me to brake. The other day, I was near a school.
It's 25 miles.
Okay, there we go. The other day, I was in a school zone, and there was these 2 kids on the side of the road wanting to cross the road. And I was driving. They basically had to wait until there was no cars on the road. And I saw them. I saw them, and they looked like they wanted to go. So I slowed down even more. And they
They wanted to fight you?
Yeah. No, and
like, you want to go, cunt?
But they decided not to go, so I'm like, all right, they're letting me go first. And I got to I think I was maybe about, let's say, 5 meters just before them. And then they just decided to run out on the road and beat me. Now, if I wasn't going slower than the average speed, I would have killed these kids. Easily.
You're like, I can't stop.
Yeah.
You're dead.
I
Sorry.
I had to pull over and, like, just stop for a second. Because it fucking shook me up, man. And
Shook us.
the woman, like, I didn't really have time to react because I was shaken up by it. But the woman behind me, I could see because of my mirrors. The woman behind me, like, pulled over and went off at these kids because she saw it all.
Yeah, good.
And yeah, she was like beeping her horn, and I could hear yelling. But yeah, it fucked me up, man. Like, it really scared me. So yeah. Not all truck drivers are cunts is basically the message that I'm trying to say here.
Now let's get into this movie.
Yeah, so this movie is a pure horror because this movie, for me, had my heart racing.
How many cars have you pushed into train tracks?
How many cars have I wanted to? A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. No, this movie had my heart racing the entire time. I was. And I'll be honest, man, this is probably the best chase movie I've ever seen.
It's fucking up there for sure.
I mean, what's another chase movie?
Maybe like Fury Road a bit.
I still haven't seen that.
Oh, you should.
I haven't seen any of the Mad Max films.
Oh, you should. They're very good.
Yeah, I can't think. I can't think of another chase movie, but I don't care. This one's the best.
Blues Brothers.
Oh, it's been years since I've seen that. But that's not entirely chase, is it?
No. Well, this isn't entirely. I mean, yeah, I guess it's mostly chase, but yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because, like, this is pretty much a monster movie. Like,
I agree.
The truck, like, it's acting like a monster. Like, we know someone that is operating the truck, but I love it how we never see the driver, which makes the truck feel more like a huge monster.
Yeah, plus it's like got all those like ominous ass extra plates and shit.
Yeah. There's a little trivia note on IMDb that Steven Spielberg says the truck driver, and I don't know how true this is or if Steven Spielberg is like fucking with us.
Talking.
But he said that the truck driver killed other truck drivers and stole their number plates.
Ooh, that'd be cool, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of vibe I was getting from like them being there.
Yeah.
So,
but I can't praise this movie enough, man. Like, the camera work, as you said it before, like, the camera is so busy. Like, it never stops. It never stops moving, but it's all so well. And, like even the start, like, we get the perspective of the car driving, and I'm like, dude, Halloween vibes right there, but it's from a car. And then you get, like, the faraway shots of the car driving along the country road, and I'm like, that's Jaws. Like the start of Jaws when Chief Brody is driving along the countryside of Amity. I'm like, it's such a Spielberg shot. I'm like, oh, I already love this movie, and it's 2 minutes in.
yeah, it's like he had to do like it almost feels like a film school project where it was like do as many shots of the car as possible.
Yeah,
And like make them be as meaningful as possible. And he just like nails everything. The truck feels intimidating. The little car that the main dude's driving feels small and fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like it just like, and every single like fucking like
there.
I don't know.
There was some shots. There was some shots of when the truck is chasing after the car. Like, I'm just like, this just watching this feels so dangerous as to how they would be filming it.
Yeah, for sure.
It feels like they were out, like, they had obviously another car following these two vehicles, and, like, the cameraman was just hanging outside the car, like, full Hereditary style.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I cannot praise the cinematography in this movie enough. Like,
Yeah.
this is like,
Where do you think it's lacking anywhere?
I like this movie's not a 10 for me.
Neither.
And I don't really understand. I don't really know why. You kind of caught me here. I don't know why I can't give it a 10.
I know why I can't.
Yeah.
Look, the acting is not amazing. It's fine. It's adequate.
Really?
Like it's good acting for me, but it's not like next level acting or anything. It's not Jaws.
Okay, yeah, no, it's not Jaws.
Do you know what I mean? And just the kind of, I don't know, the whole cafe paranoia scene and stuff, and
No.
like,
What about that scene?
it was fine, but it wasn't as exciting as seeing the car stuff.
So I loved that scene. That scene there, like, where how he's trying to figure out what to do and who is it. It reminded me of like the USS Indianapolis scene from Jaws, in which like it's a break from the action, but it's so well written and you're so captivated. It's so exciting. It's so interesting. You are dying to see what's going to happen next, and then he has that fight with the guy, and you're like, is it? I don't think it's the dude, but like maybe it is. I love it.
Smacked his damn sandwich out of his hand.
Yeah, that I would have punched that guy too. Do not fuck with my
Felt
food.
that, dude. I was like, don't fucking smack my sandwich, cunt. Get the fuck out of here.
I love that scene, man. The way he like,
Serious right now, my guy?
yeah,
I loved how he got the wrong sandwich. So, he's like, cheese on rye. R-Y-E, rye. She brings him like just
A salad sandwich.
like, salad sandwich and white bread or some shit. I'm like, no.
I loved how he was like thinking to himself, because like that's exactly how it would play out. If you were in this position, you'd be sitting there thinking like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Freaked out, making bad decisions, like. Everything that he was thinking.
The whole movie is terrifying.
It is. But
and like this is like all the days before mobile phones and shit and all the stuff like that. So it's like in between you got nothing.
that's another thing I was thinking of while watching this. I'm like, I wonder why this has never been remade. And then I thought about it. I'm like, you can't. Like you can't.
You could though, because like you think you go fucking out to the country and shit. There's no fucking reception.
Yeah. That whole reception thing is such a cliche that I hate now.
But it's like a reasonable explanation. Like I'm fucking like for the wedding and shit. There was fuck all reception once you get past certain points.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it is possible.
Yeah, and it's fucking shat me. 'Cause I got lost.
Yeah.
At one point, and then I was like, I don't know how the fuck to get back. I was like, I had to drive to like the nearest town to get some bars, to get some Google Maps, to fucking head back.
You should have dropped some breadcrumbs.
It was fucked, bro.
I actually really like the acting in this.
Okay.
Let's just quickly talk about the characters. Obviously, David Mann, the protagonist. There's scenes in this movie where I love this scene where he's fighting with himself, whether like on what if he thinks the truck driver is evil or good. Like the scene where he's helping the bus driver. And then he sees the truckie, and he's like freaking out, thinking, "Oh, it's coming back for him." And then he sees it helping
Run these children over.
Yeah, and then he sees it helping the bus driver, and you see that like look in his face, and he's like, "Is he coming for me, or was he helping the bus driver the whole time?" And then like 2 seconds later, you see him like pushing him onto the train tracks.
Yeah.
But I like that goes back to when he's in the cafe, like thinking to himself, maybe it was all just a mistake.
Like a misunderstanding or whatever.
Yeah. It's funny, man, like, when this movie was all said and done, I was a little disappointed as to why we never got a reason and why we never saw the driver. Because I kind of wanted that, and now I'm thinking about it now going, nah, it would have lost credibility if they gave a reason.
Yeah, I think it's that thing of, like, it's scarier not knowing.
Yeah.
Because then when you go back to rewatch it, it's not like... You still don't know.
Yeah. But I mean,
you could watch it 100 times and be like, "Oh, it's that guy."
yeah,
But you don't know.
But being like both of us have driven many times before. Road rage exists.
It's legit.
You can go on YouTube, and this is something me and my wife do a lot.
I'm like 15% more angry in the car for sure.
You can go on YouTube and watch dashcam footage road rage editions, and there is,
Oh, dude,
it's
I
so
love-
much fun.
I love Australian dashcam footage. No one fucking swears like we do. We're just so much better at it.
Yeah, I mean, no, the Indians do it the best.
Yeah?
Bloody fucking bloody! It's so good.
Oh, yeah, but it's like still like Australian Indians and shit.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
Like the Australian dash cams are the best way. The Russian ones have the most shit where you're like, what the fuck is even happening?
yeah, because
But,
Russians are crazy, yo.
American ones are fine, but yeah, like if you want to hear like a good string of swears or whatever, or an oh fuck, you know, Aussie dash cams. I never want to watch Aussie dash cams for all.
They're the best. There's the best one that I saw, where it's like it's from a perspective of a bike rider, and like some dude in the 4-wheel drive's just got he's just angry, and he pulls over like a few meters down the road in front of the bike driver, and he comes out of his truck and he's got a fucking machete, and the bike driver, the bike rider, you just see like the bike just drop and him just backing away. But then he's got like a camera on his bike, so you can see like the shot of the dude like coming after him with the machete. Like, fucking hell, this is Australia.
Yeah. Oh man.
Another thing I really liked about this movie, and this is probably not a 10 out of 10 thing for me, but it's close, is the score. The soundtrack to this is really, really good. Composed by Billy Goldenberg, who also worked on Ritual of Evil from 1970 and did some work on Annabelle Comes Home from 2019, funny enough.
Okay.
But I was listening to it, and there was some like elements of the score in this that are very what's the word I'm looking for? Similar to Jaws.
Okay.
And not the obvious da-da-da-da. It was more the mysterious soundtrack of Jaws, like the background soundtrack.
Like the etherealness.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, it's giving me Jaws vibes. Oh! Yeah. So yeah, just the score as well just fit really well with the movie. I really liked that part of it.
For sure. There was a lot of like when you I don't know, what's the word? Like where he's taken a lot of things that he's learned doing this movie and and put them into Jaws.
Exactly.
It's like when you're playing a video game and they take like a bunch of different elements from a bunch of different other games they made, then they make their perfect game.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
That's true. That's true.
And so he's like learned this works with the score and this works with the shots, and then added, better shit. It's good. I like this movie a lot.
I do too.
And there's definitely, you can see how he got from this to Jaws and to E.T. and like all that kind of shit.
It's funny because okay, I love E.T. I don't really remember Indiana Jones enough to really compare it, but like, let's go E.T. and then I don't know, Saving Private Ryan. I this movie, Duel and Jaws, I think are his standouts. Like, E.T.'s fantastic too, but I feel like Jaws and Duel have like the cinematography, like better picks than the other movies.
Well, they're also going to have the most similar cinematography because they're around the same kind of time period as well.
True. But yeah, man, like, I was just blown away by this movie. It's funny because it's so simple. It's so simple of a story, but it's so exciting. It's so captivating. Like, it's crazy how, like, the first, like, the car, like, the chase starts at like fucking 10 minutes into the movie. And I checked the clock and it was like 20 minutes in. I'm like, is this going to be the whole movie, just them chasing each other? And it was. And I'm like, I loved it. Like, yeah, sure, we had times of breaks.
And I'm not mad about it.
No, that's right. Yeah, exactly.
Dude, imagine if you were like fucking standing there and that truck's doing fucking circles.
Oh, man.
Fucking terrifying is that?
And I love it how the truckie the whole time is just fucking with him. Like, there's points where I'm like, I'm putting myself in the perspective of the protagonist. And I'm like, just walk up to him and just, I don't know, swear at him. And then he does that. And I'm like, yes. And the truck driver just pulls away, drives up the road a little bit. And I'm like, oh, my God, this is so good. And how he just keeps waving for him to go past.
Yeah.
It's just, everything, it's just a mind fuck for this guy. And I felt so sorry for this dude that just wanted to get to his meeting. And it's funny because, like, he's there, he's going the direction to this meeting. And he says, like, earlier in the movie, well, I guess I'm not going to be making that meeting. And there was the whole time of the movie, he just kept going the same direction. I'm like, why don't you just turn around and go home?
Yeah, fuck it.
You're not going to make your meeting anyway. Just
Don't worry about it.
go the other way.
Yeah, get a taxi. What the fuck's he gonna do from there, man?
Yeah.
Like, after the ending, spoilers, like, you don't have a fucking car anymore.
Yeah. I hitch a ride with someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah. But, like, that ending scene there, I honestly expected it to burst into flames. And we'll get into it in a second as to why it didn't. There is trivia on that. But I like it that it didn't. Because
me too.
we expected it to.
Especially back then.
Yeah.
They'd just be like, car crashed, explode.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if this was directed by Michael Bay...
Yeah, it would have exploded a million times over. It would have fucking smash cut the titties.
So a little bit of trivia about this movie. And there's actually a lot, so I'm just going to go through it right now.
It's the best ones.
When Carrie Lofton, playing the truck driver, asked Steven Spielberg what his motivation was for tormenting the car's driver, Spielberg told him, "You're a dirty, rotten, no-good son of a bitch." Lofton replied, "Kid, you hired the right man." Legend.
Fantastic.
Yeah. During the chase, a parked sedan resembling a squad car is seen, briefly raising Dennis Weaver's hopes, but it turns out to be a service car for a pest exterminator named Greblips, which is actually Spielberg in reverse. Yep. Said that already. Alright, so its original runtime of 74 minutes, as it was a TV movie, it was not long enough to be released in theaters. Universal called Steven Spielberg back to shoot additional scenes in order to make it a 90-minute film. These new scenes were the railroad crossing, the school bus.
I was going to say it was one of the school bus bits.
Yeah, the scene where
that felt like a tack on, honestly.
I love that scene because it gives you like
I love it too, but it felt like a tack on.
Yeah, the scene where David phones his wife. And the opening scene where the car backs out of the garage and drives through the city. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. What have we got here? Since filming only took about 12 days, it remains Steven Spielberg's personal benchmark for how quickly he can shoot a film.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. While filming the shot where the truck drives off the cliff, a piece of machinery designed to keep the truck traveling in a straight line without a driver failed. Instead of calling a halt, the driver, who had an important engagement the next day and didn't want to miss it, stayed in the driving seat and only jumped out at the very last second before the truck went over. Now, this truck is bigger than mine, height-wise, anyway. Yeah. And if I was going to jump out of my truck, it's going to hurt. It's like I had to climb up 3 stairs to get in my truck. And this truck is probably the same size, maybe a little bit more. So that would have hurt. Poor guy. Steven Spielberg was shown 7 different semi-trucks to choose from. He chose this one because the cab resembled a face. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Steven Spielberg stated that he approached this movie in the manner of a Toho monster movie, replacing Godzilla with an 18-wheeler tanker truck. The truck going over the cliff was done in one take. It had to because he couldn't afford other trucks with the film's very low budget. What else we got? Sorry, there is like heaps of interesting shit that I should have gotten, but I didn't. I'm just going through it. That's right. At the film's climax, an unnatural, monstrous, animal-like roar can be heard as the truck crashes over the cliff. Steven Spielberg added that as he wanted to give a final suggestion of a supernatural to the truck and its driver. Fun fact about that animal roar-like sound is they actually use that sound in the finale of Jaws when the shark is blown up and it's sinking to the bottom.
That's funny.
You'll hear it if you watch Jaws next time.
Okay.
Some people say, well, that's the shark roaring. Like, the shark doesn't have a fucking face. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
Da 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 da.
Okay, Network's executives wanted the truck to explode after it went over the cliff. However, Steven Spielberg argued against this. He wanted to show the truck slowly dying so audiences could get a sense of payback since the truck had spent the entire film torturing the driver.
Yeah.
On top of that, they also, because the driver jumped out at the last minute, I think you can see like the door open. And to ease everyone's thoughts on, will there be a sequel? Did you notice the blood dripping when they went inside the cab of the truck after it was crashed?
Yeah.
That's to show that the truck driver's dead.
Dun dun.
Yep. So there's so much more trivia. You can go search it yourself, but I won't bore everyone here. Just try to find it.
All good.
I'll just quickly read some other notes that I had. I wrote this poor car, meaning the smaller car, because fuck me, it just
fucked up.
Yeah, it just and the little thing just kept going. Good on it. I already said the whole time, why didn't he just turn around and go home? And the other point that when he slams into the fence just outside the cafe.
Yeah.
I love it that he just got in his car and just took off.
Oh, yeah, right. I'm like, just because no one cares about the fence here.
Yeah.
Does he not have to pay for this fence?
Even though
he broke this fence.
The dude's still out there just staring at his fence like, my fence.
Yeah. I'm fucking... Yeah, I know. I was like the same. I'm like, okay, there's no one... Okay, we'll just leave. Okay,
yep.
Don't leave a note.
No problem. Alright, so Duel. What do you give this movie out of 10?
I give this one an 8 out of 10.
Very nice. Very up there.
Yeah, it's a mad solid movie.
Yeah. I'm going to give this movie a 9. A 9 out of 10. Yeah. I enjoyed it that much. And it just proves that Spielberg is just one of the greats.
He's the dude. He's the dude for sure.
I love this movie, man. Xim, you did well, my friend. You did very, very well.
I honestly knew you'd love it.
Did you?
Yeah.
I would love to. I think I might buy this on Blu-ray or 4K if they have that. I know they have it on Blu-ray, but yeah,
maybe. I would look.
I would like to own this movie. That's how much I enjoyed it. So, yeah, that is our review on the movie Duel from 1971. You should go see it. You should go and see it. Go buy it on Blu-ray. It's just I
get it.
I don't think anyone would be bored by it. So,
nah, I don't think so either.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with our raw review about a movie called On the Third Day.
You're listening to the Horror for Dummies podcast, the dumbest horror podcast out there. Become one of the elite by joining our Patreon page. Or dress like a superstar with the official Horror for Dummies shirts available at redbubble.com. Thanks for listening. Now it's time for our raw review.
So this is Martin.
I want to know where he is and what happened to him.
Well, I want you to relax and listen only to my voice. Concentrate on every part of your body, slowly. Very slowly. More and lighter. I'm going to count to 3. And you'll go back to the past. To the 3rd day.
We have gone raw. Luffy's there with his lovely little chest hairs just popping out, and we're getting sticky over here. So we're talking about we're talking about Shudder's newest movie, which is called On the Third Day. And this movie, the plot summary on IMDb is Celia and her son Martin have a car accident. On the 3rd day after the crash, she wanders by herself on a lonely route, and there is no clue of her son. She can't remember what happened during this time, and she's desperately looking for her son. On her quest, she finds coincidences with the case and the other police files, which seem to be acts of a brutal hunting. The circle goes round, and Celia will end up facing a religious man who is responsible of this slaughter. For her, he is a lunatic. For him, Celia is the enemy. Dun dun. So, on the third day,
long nopsis.
On the 3rd day, I'll just quickly give you my quick thoughts, and then we'll jump into you.
Sure.
On the 3rd day, for me, this was a film that 10 minutes in, I already had 4 different notes of negativity. 1,
okay.
This movie's poorly dubbed with no option of original speaking language. The voice actors are so fucking bad. The old people sound like goddamn chipmunks.
It felt like it was a cartoon or some bullshit.
Yes. Well, I'll just jump into my 4th port.
It's like, oh, mommy, I'm a little boy.
I do have to mention that this movie is from Argentina, so it is subtitled. Subtitled.
Yeah, continue.
It's dubbed on Shudder. It's dubbed, and you can't watch it in its original language. You have to listen to
so annoying.
The cartoon voice acting. It's so. But the 2 old people at the start, they're like, "Hey, hon, let me get my purse." It's weird. My number 2 point was the dialogue is pretty bad. Like, there is a scene where a dude goes, "He is my son," and he pauses. And he goes, "I am his father." I'm like, well, no fucking shit. Hey, Luffy,
Wow.
Luffy.
Yo.
We're doing a podcast right now.
Yes.
We're talking into microphones.
We should talk to each other about a thing.
Yeah, I fucking know. The acting isn't great, but that could be the voice acting putting me off.
Yeah, you just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I generally don't like dubs. I'd much rather hear their performance and read about it.
Yeah.
You know? But, you know, fuck it. Don't give me an option.
Yeah. My 4th point is this a comedy horror? Because a few scenes have made me laugh. A car crash scene, and then we had another involving 2 people in a hospital that made me laugh out loud. And no, this is not at any point meant to be a comedy, but God, it made me laugh a few times.
Yeah.
So, I'll get to the rest of my thoughts in a second, but what are you thinking?
God, this is trash, man. This is so trash.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, you don't even give me a chance to enjoy your movie. Because the dubbing is so bad.
Yeah.
Like, comically bad. You've, like, legitimately, like, I was really trying to understand what was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking, like, I get it at the end. Like, it all wraps up, sort of.
Yep.
But, like, man, getting there, it was just confusing to be confusing.
Yeah.
It felt like. And, like the way they shot stuff, like it looked like a made-for-TV movie. It just looked shit. Maybe the acting was good, but even if it was, the dubbing just made it fucking way worse. There's not too many redeeming qualities for this movie.
I've got a couple.
Like, I've got a couple too, but like, it was pretty much just like, for me, the ending.
Yeah.
I liked it. I'm like, do the thing. And she did the thing. And I was like, yeah, bitch.
Do the roar.
Yeah, do it. And the costume.
Yeah,
Let's
okay.
say that.
Okay.
And that's about it. And maybe there's another costume, melty, that's kind of okay.
So I'll just say this. As I said before, the first 20 minutes, I kind of wrote this film off expecting it to be pure trash. Luckily, the story gets a little more interesting for me when we figure out exactly what we are dealing with, but I think it's a little too late.
I didn't care by that point.
Yeah. Another problem I kind of had was this film kind of doesn't know what it wants to be. Like, is it a possession film? Is it a monster film? Is it blah, 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 blah? And I like that it keeps you guessing, which is a good thing, but I think that at times it can be a little sloppy.
It was guessing.
Yeah. But I do have some positive points here. And I will say this. There's hardly any score at times. But once the score did come in, I thought it was decent. There are some scenes that used no score, which at first I thought was poor, but it kind of worked with the scenes that we had. My other point was when we finally see the antagonist, it looks pretty cool. It won't blow you away, but it's decent.
It's cool.
The lighting was good here. The film was never too dark or too light.
Yeah.
At times, is my last other point, at times it does have a unique art house vibe to it with camera movements and tricks. It kind of felt at times like an 80s Italian movie. Something like a Suspiria. And that's funny because that usually is not my taste at all. But I do actually kind of like it here. I think it actually works. Did you notice in this movie, and it's right near the end, there is a scene where the character stares into the mirror? You don't have to look that closely, but you can see the actual camera.
No, I didn't notice.
In the mirror.
That's funny.
Yeah. They didn't pull it out or anything. Yeah.
Fucking stupid asses.
Yeah. I mean, I'm safe to say this isn't a movie that is going to be in your top 10.
Won't be my top 10, no. Look, it was fine. Like the redeeming stuff was pretty redeeming.
Yeah.
Like, he looked cool. And I love a dark ending as well.
Yeah.
Like, that was rad. It was rad that they went there. He was rad. But, like, it was also, like, I don't know. It was just one of those meh movies. Like, where it was, like... it had some good stuff. It could have been good. It could have been a good movie. But there was just so much... Like, it just needed some refinement.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a second pass over the script or something, or...
Yeah.
Some... I don't know. It felt sloppy and, like, kind of thrown together a bit for me. Like, I don't know. I'm like... There's not heaps to say about it. It's not so bad that I can tear it to pieces, but it's not so good that I'd recommend it to anybody as well, either.
Well, that being said, like, what would you give it out of a 10?
I just went with a 5.
Yeah, okay. So I broke my shit down into 10 parts.
Okay.
So I'll just read that out. So
mine was a 5 because, like, it was so, like, after I weighed everything up, it was just felt really middle of the road. Like,
yeah.
You know, so I was like, 5. It's not good. I hesitate to say it's bad. It's maybe like a 5-, but yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But, you know, they did enough.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you.
But yeah, go on.
So I broke it down. So acting for me was a 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Story was a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
The effects were a 7.
Agreed.
Cinematography was a 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
The writing was a 5 out of 10. The score... yeah.
I want to know if this is like a let the right one in kind of situation where it's like, if it was in Argentinian
Yeah.
with a good translation for the Argentinian subtitles, like, would the writing and the acting have been better?
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I do.
Like, which is what bums me out, because I'm like, this is... Yeah, it feels like there could have been a pretty... Not... Look, it's... All that stuff isn't going to fix it, so it blows me away.
Yeah.
But it could have been a decent movie.
Yeah. I think it would have helped it, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, continue.
So score was a 7 out of 10. I actually did like the score. Set designs were a simple 6. Scares and effectiveness was a 4 out of 10. Rewatchability is a 3 out of 10. And enjoyment, I gave a 6 out of 10. Don't know why. But all up, it comes to a 5.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, okay.
So I think we're the same.
Yeah.
I will mention that this is directed by Daniel de la Vega, who has directed such films as Dead End, White Coffin, Blood Brothers, Death Knows Your Name, Jennifer's Shadow, Necrophobia 3D, and I've only seen White Coffin out of those, but the rest of these films actually have pretty interesting poster art that actually I want to go and check them out.
Okay.
I have seen White Coffin. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix, but I do not remember much about it.
Okay.
It's been a few years, so...
I'm curious if watching it in a better way would have made it better, but I don't know, man.
The problem is that we can't. Because Shudder's only given us to it in one way.
Like, I feel like it had the bones of a good movie here, that it just needed a little bit more work.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, I think it's safe to skip on the third day.
I think so. Like, at this stage, it's in my worst of list, but I've only seen like 20 movies this year, so...
Okay, I'm up to 65 now. It's in the middle of the road for me.
Yeah.
I think this is another movie, unfortunately, that I'm going to get to the end of the year and just be like, I don't
Like,
really...
what happened?
Yeah, I don't remember much about that film.
It was like yesterday, and I'm like, what happened?
I get that.
I was like, bitch is wearing like an April O'Neil coat and
Yeah.
some other shit. Fucking Nosferatu tears off a fucking jumper for no reason.
Spoilers.
Oh shit. Never mind. Ignore that. I mean, Batman.
Some possessed demon.
Oops. Bleep.
Fuck it. Alright, so, yeah. You can skip on the third day.
Yeah.
What if you just spoiled it for you, so...
Sorry.
I might put it...
What was that shit, though? Like... He just, like, rips the
Did
jumper off?
you happen... There is an after credits scene.
He's like, get your titties out. I'm like, alright. Horny bored man.
There is an after credits scene in this movie, too. Did you happen to check it?
I did, but I can't remember what the fuck happened.
It's nothing that great.
Yeah, okay.
It kind of takes away from how this movie ended. A little bit for me. I'll tell you off air.
I'm trying to remember now. Anyway.
I'll tell you off air.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, that basically wraps up our show. We are done this episode. So, thank you all for listening. We are Horror for Dummies, and we are proud members of the Padded Room Podcast Network. And we can be found on there, as well as Podbean, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google Podcasts, and many, many more. If you would like to help this show grow, the best way to do it is giving us a 5-star written review on Apple Podcast, or just share our show on social media. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, and Letterboxd under Horror for Dummies, and we would love to hear from you. So let us know. If you want to support the show like a fucking champion, then join our Patreon page. We have a lot of bonus content and fun stuff on there. And we've got... What have we got coming out this month, sorry. We've got to do the Schwarzenegger for Dummies, which we haven't decided what movie we're watching yet.
Sure.
And we do have a bracket episode hopefully coming out this month. So...
Okay.
But, yeah. We also do have shirts and merchandise available at redbubble.com. Go and check it out. Just go to redbubble.com and search up Horror for Dummies. There you will find all different designs of the mushroom's glorious face. You can get a mushroom clock.
If you really want.
You can actually get a clock. If you want a Horror for Dummies clock, you can get one.
Or a shower curtain.
Yeah. Who has shower curtains anymore?
I don't know.
Even if I had a curtain with a shower, I wouldn't buy a Horror for Dummies shower curtain.
I would.
Would you really?
Yeah, why not? It'd be weird. Send your photos.
All right, on to next week. We are continuing. So Xim's a really cool guy. I really like Xim. I talk to him a lot. We're actually we're pretty buddy. I like him a lot. He gives us really cool movies to watch, such as Duel.
Yeah.
And then I do the nice Christian thing of saying, "Hey man, you can have another pick of a movie since you've done a lot for us." So he goes ahead and just...
God damn it, Jesus, what have you got us into now?
He's asked us to review Eraserhead. Which I've never seen, but I've heard nothing.
I've never seen it either.
I've heard nothing but shit. And I think I'm going to hate it. So...
I don't know, I guess we're going to find out.
So we're going to come back with Xim Vader Week Part 2 next week, where we review Eraserhead. I have no idea what this movie is about. Absolutely nothing. I know what the poster art looks like, but that's about it. So we're going to do that. We're going to get onto that. And then on our Raw review, I'm not too sure what we're going to do next. I know the Black Phone is coming out on VOD. This Friday.
In America.
Yeah, but we'll be able to get
I want to see it at the movies. But yeah, I'll watch it if that's what we have to watch.
Oh, we can do something else if you want to see it at the movies.
I do want to see it at the movies.
You have to wait.
Okay.
We'll have to wait till the end of this month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We'll find something else. Maybe we can do Men.
Yeah. All right. We'll do Men next week.
All right. We'll do Men next week.
We'll do the shit out of Men next week.
All right. So we're gonna be watching Eraserhead.
We'll watch some Men. And we'll do some Men.
Yeah. We're gonna do. Yeah. You're not a man till you had a man.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, Luffy. It's good having you back, baby. I missed you and your curly chest hair.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's rugged.
Until next time, this is Horror for Dummies signing out. Say goodbye, Mushroom.
Goodbye, Mushroom.
Goodbye, baby. Dip!
I stopped at a roadhouse in Texas, a little place called Hamburger Dan. I heard that old jukebox playing a song about a truck driving man. So pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. The waitress then brought me some coffee. I thanked her and called her back again. I said that song sure does fit me, for I'm a truck driving man. Yeah, pour me another cup of coffee, for it is the best in the land. I'll put a quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man. I climbed back aboard my old semi, and then like a flash I was gone. I got all them big wheels a rolling. Now I'm on my way to San Antonio. So pour me another cup of coffee, or truck driving man. So pour me another cup of coffee, or it is the best in the land. I'll put a quarter in the jukebox and play the truck driving man, and play the truck driving